Welcome to Critical Strike, episode 25. I am Josh McNell, and today with me is Mr. Kyle DeMond.
Hello!
And Mr. Keith Harbord.
Yay, I'm finally back.
Way to sound ever so thrilled to be back, Keith.
You're welcome.
Isn't it kind of funny, too? Like, pre-recording, he was all up and into it, and then, like, we get into the recording, and he's like, yay.
Keith is a podcasting robot.
I'm saving it for the important issues.
So where the hell have you been, Keith?
I've moved, and I had a girlfriend for a while, and I have a life, and I work a lot, and that's about it.
You suck.
That's one man's opinion.
Alright. Kyle, what have you been up to?
I was at a wedding last week. Nick's wedding, the podcaster whose place I've taken. It was a lovely affair. And I've been playing video games. I started up WoW. Got Nancy into WoW. Got some friends into WoW.
You were playing WoW before, though.
No, I actually had my account. Was I?
Yeah, remember Chris, like, power leveled you up to, like, 60-something?
No. That was a long time ago. I quit for, like... I quit for, like, 3 months, though. I just started up again.
So this is your addiction, then, right?
It's something that it passes the time. I picked up Silent Hill Origins with the intent on playing it.
Silent Hill Oranges.
Oranges, yes.
Orange juice?
Oranges.
Oh.
That was the big outro to last episode, was Kyle's Silent Hill Oranges.
Yep.
Oranges.
I'm, you start off on this plantation area, this fruit thing, and you gotta grab all the oranges, but the oranges are haunted and they all have backstories.
Oh, so the next one is going to be like Silent Hill Blueberries and then like Silent Hill Cranberry Bog and...
Yeah.
Like Pokemon?
Yeah, like Pokemon. They'll launch 2 adjacent colors. / berries.
Nice.
It'll be a delicious medley.
Alright, move on. That's fucking gay.
Yeah, and that's pretty much been it.
Wow.
You say that every week.
Yeah, it's just, wow. I expected more than just Silent Hill Oranges.
What have you been doing, Josh?
I played more video games than him, then.
No, I'm letting Keith go. Keith, what have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. I've been playing MLB 08. I just got Grand Theft Auto 4. I've been playing it on my new Samsung 46-inch LCD HD TV.
So, incoming sponsorship from Samsung coming in for the podcast?
I would definitely like some swag from Samsung.
Yeah, so would I. A new TV would be nice.
Because Keith and I have Samsungs, and Kyle, well, nobody really cares about Kyle to begin with.
I have a standard def Philips.
No one cares. Yeah, I love my new TV. Love, love, love.
After I told you how to set it up properly.
You did not. You couldn't tell me where the button was to put it in game mode. I had to figure that out myself.
Well, it's different from mine and yours.
Yeah, well, you're next to Worthless.
But I did tell you that you need to put it into game mode.
What's the difference?
I already knew I needed to put it in game mode. Basically, it's not doing any like pre-filtering.
And the colors are a lot more vibrant.
Yeah. I mean, it's brighter. There's more contrast. I was having a delay between the sound and the picture. And basically, when I hit the button to swing the bat, there was a slight delay in when the bat would actually swing and when I pushed the button.
Yeah, it could mess you up.
And game mode fixed that.
Yeah, game mode fixed the rendering. Made it real time, apparently.
So, Captain Gamer, what else have you been playing? Because you were giving me shit saying that you played more.
Yeah, I played a lot of Ratchet and Clank Size Matters on my PSP.
When are you going to pick up the PS3 one?
I don't know. I probably won't. I mean, now that I've got Grand Theft Auto 4, I don't really need another game right away. I probably won't be buying another game until Little Big Planet comes out, to be honest with you.
Is Ratchet and Clank any good? Should I pick it up?
Size Matters is really good. It's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. I mean, if you're familiar with Ratchet and Clank games, it's pretty much similar to the last PS2 game. Well, the previous PS2 game. Because I think the last one was like more of a arena-based fighting game.
If I've never played one, should I pick it up? Because I have not played one.
Yeah, if you like your PSP and you're looking for a fun game.
My portables have been gathering dust. I need something to reinvigorate my appeal to them.
Dude, there's tons of great games on the handhelds.
Like, nothing interesting has come out recently.
Okay.
Do you disagree?
I do, but
well, give me some examples.
Later. No, sir. I want Keith to finish.
You're cutting into my gaming explanations.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is like the first time ever. Sorry.
That's right. No problem. I've been playing We Love Katamari on the It's a PlayStation 2 game, but I've been playing it on my PS3, and I've been streaming a lot of video from my computer to my PS3. So basically, getting a lot of use out of my PS3.
So basically, you've played 4 games, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And you were telling me how many games you played.
Did I say that there was the quantity of games, or the fact that I've spent more time playing games? Because I think I said I've been gaming more than you.
I think everybody's gamed more than me in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And these rumors about you becoming more like me, people need to cut that shit out, because I'm back, and Josh will never be as bitter and cranky as I am.
I'd have to disagree. He has his moments. But overall, he's not nearly... Yeah, exactly. He's not nearly as constantly bitter and cranky as you are.
He's got a lot to learn.
I'm young yet.
So you say.
I'm a young Padawan.
So what have you been up to, Josh?
I have been playing a lot of Space Invaders Extreme on the PSP. If you liked Space Invaders, or if you liked what Namco did with Pac-Man Championship Edition on the Xbox 360, then you totally need to buy this game, because it's basically a reimagining of Space Invaders. It's just a lot of fun, and the music is really good. They redid the music.
Didn't they kind of turn it into a rhythm game? Or like a sound game?
I mean, not that I really noticed. I mean, I just kind of played it like Space Invaders. But I would totally say that you should buy this on your PSP, dude, because it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Maybe I'll pick that up. Maybe.
You will.
Oh, okay. Well, if you put it that way.
I have been trying to get back into Street Fighter.
What? Back into?
Yeah, well, I mean, remember, I haven't played Street Fighter since April.
I don't believe that.
So what's been your methadone to get off Street Fighter?
I just didn't play it, and I broke my finger.
Wow, you went cold turkey.
Yeah.
That takes some guts.
And, well, I can only... Right now, I'm trying to get back into it and get back my timing and everything. The biggest problem that I'm coming across right now is I can only play about 2 matches before my hand gets numb.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean numb?
My hand just goes numb because of that finger. It hasn't really been healing properly. So...
You probably should get that looked at then.
I probably should, but I won't.
Go to the Sasquatch medicine man.
If there's one thing that Keith knows about me, it's I don't do doctors.
They won't do him, actually, but yeah.
Ha, lol.
Shut up. Yeah, so Street Fighter, Space Invaders, Diablo 2.
Diablo 2? Interesting.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Diablo 2. To go along with Diablo 3 being announced.
I'm so glad that's
very retro.
I'm so glad that splash page is off of the World of Warcraft website. It was so annoying.
Yeah, there was no reason for them to put that up on the WoW website. That was stupid. Fuck you, Blizzard, in that respect.
Well, you have to think about it. No one really goes to the Blizzard website.
I do all the time, actually.
I don't.
I don't.
I do. But
PS1.
yeah, but I'm better than both of you.
Yeah, but we're the majority. So
Yeah, but
it affected us.
But I'm better than both of you.
Josh is trying to say this is not
Debatable.
a democracy.
This is a cheerocracy.
God damn it, you took that line. I was going to say that.
Ha ha ha!
Oh, I hate my life.
It's a dorkocracy.
But yep. So there's Diablo, there's Space Invaders Extreme, and there's Street Fighter, and I have also been playing Warcraft 3.
Another odd title to be playing.
Yeah, I'm going back to the game of Warcraft 3. I've been in a RTS mood as of late.
Why don't you play Dawn of War with me?
It's because I don't like you, Kyle.
He doesn't want to play anything with anybody. He and I had this conversation over the last 2 hours. Basically, he has all these consoles, but they're not for playing games with friends. They're more just for, what's it called, making his hand numb so you can masturbate to the stranger.
So, yep, there's 4 games right there. I've tied you, Keith, and I've been playing StarCraft 2.
How have you been
Or
playing
StarCraft. My
2?
bad, StarCraft.
Yeah. Slip.
Why
Why did you fall down some stairs now?
So StarCraft, yeah, another RTS. It's just for some reason I've been kind of in the mood to play my PC. Even though there's not really much to play on the PC. But yeah, I mean, I've gone through little RTS kicks where it's just I kind of want to play some Warcraft and StarCraft, and I actually probably will be reinstalling Dawn of War.
Yeah, you will.
And,
Ready for some Dawn of War 2?
No, I won't be playing with Kyle though.
Do you have Soulstorm, or do you just have the original game?
I just have the original.
You should get Soulstorm.
But see, if I buy Soulstorm, then you're gonna want me to play with you.
Yeah, that's the point of playing a multiplayer game.
Right, and we can't have that, Kyle.
But why not?
Because I don't like you. How many times do I need to
It's been
express
over
this?
a month since we played a game together, Josh.
It's been 2 since I played with Keith, so Keith is queued up next.
What do you mean? That's bullshit.
Wait, let me break it down for you, Kyle.
Okay.
Josh remembers that he doesn't like you. He's forgotten that he doesn't like me. So after we play a little bit of game on the PS3, he'll remember how much he doesn't like me again, and then he'll think he likes you again.
Oh.
So I'm really doing you a favor.
But now that you've brought it up, will he remember that he doesn't like you?
What
He's
were we
got
talking about
ADD.
again?
Your games that you've been playing.
Oh, yeah.
And how much of a jerk you are.
Okay, so, yeah, I think that's, I've actually been thinking about picking up The World Ends With You on the
I
DS.
thought about that. The only problem with me is there's a lot of multiplayer, like at least passive multiplayer aspects, and I'll be the only one who will be playing that. So I'll be losing out on a lot of stuff.
So it's not Wi-Fi, it's just local?
Well, if you pass someone on the street, you'll get the experience. I think that's how it goes. So I'll probably have a better chance of walking around Philadelphia with that and getting stuff, but I doubt many people have The World Ends With You on their DS with them while they're walking
Right.
around.
Especially up here in New Hampshire. It's just, I've never seen anybody with a DS, actually.
Most people down here have PSPs.
So, you're thinking I shouldn't get that?
Well, it's a Square game. It's a Square RPG, or Squeenix RPG. You can't really go wrong.
Yeah, but I kind of don't want to be a loser like you were with playing Crystal Chronicles alone.
Oh.
And, yeah, so I'm also starting each MegaMan game again, because MegaMan 9
what a
was announced.
surprise.
Yeah. Well, MegaMan 9 was announced. It's going to be downloadable on WiiWare.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
As long as it doesn't use Waggle, and I can use the classic controller, or even the Wii remote sideways, then I would be happy.
Didn't they say they're keeping the graphics similar to the original?
Yeah, it's basically going to be an 8-bit thing from what I've been reading.
So I doubt it's going to have waggle or any of that.
Yeah, so I mean it's perfect for me. I'll play it on the Wii. I don't care. I would rather have it be on like a retail disc because I like to collect my MegaMan games. But what can you do? I mean, I'll take what I can get. I'm not picky.
Isn't the first woman Robot Master been announced?
Yeah.
Wow, how are you taking that?
I don't care. I'm gonna kill her anyways, fucking bitch.
Misogynist.
Video game music montage time. It's been a while since we've done one of these.
Yeah, I think the last time we done one was with Keith, so that's been like 2 months ago.
I think I've understood why we haven't done one, though, because Josh keeps messing up the rules.
Yeah, that's partially the problem. And there is a prize for this one. It is Warlords on the Xbox Live Arcade, courtesy of Trixie over at Microsoft.
Can I have one of these?
No, Kyle, you could not have one.
Can Nancy have one?
If she wins, maybe.
Okay, I guess that sounds good.
But she's a girl, and girls don't play video games?
Girls play video games. She just confirmed that she does play video games.
Oh, that's right. She plays more than you do.
Ouch. But nonetheless true.
So the rules are different on this one. Here we go. Because it's a bit harder. These are all fighting game based ones. So whomever can answer the most first wins. Okay? So
okay.
if I get one it's only answering 2, and then I get one who answers 4, that 4 will win. Okay? Got it?
So whoever correctly answers the most songs
Right.
gets the prize.
Yeah. I might actually do 2 people on this one.
So first and second place then?
Yeah, I guess we'll do first and second place. All right, roll that beautiful clip.
Bean footage. Well, Josh, tell us how we can get those answers to you.
Well, you head on over to our website at critical-strike.org and go to our forum. And then from there you can register and private message me, Josh, with your answers. And then hopefully you will win. Sound good, Senor Kyle?
That does sound good. How about you, Keith?
Yeah, whatever.
Why don't you care, Keith?
Yeah, way to be so nonplussed.
I'm gonna say that I don't care because every one of Kyle's natural instincts is wrong.
Survey says
Fail.
You got like the 70% there. Yeah, I think you won.
Alright, so real quick before we go into what we kind of want to talk about in this episode, as you guys might know, I haven't been playing too many games lately, right?
Yeah.
That's right. You're not a gamer.
You've been playing a lot of old games. Games that can be played on a freaking can and a shoestring.
SD
StarCraft.
taster.
I haven't really been myself lately when it comes to video games, and I think I've kind of figured out why. I hope I kind of figured out why.
Coming out of the closet?
Yeah, I'm coming out of the closet. I have a thing for Keith.
Uh-oh.
That's not surprising.
And seeing how Keith doesn't play many video games, I need to adjust my lifestyle to fit his.
What?
Yep.
Dude, you live in New Hampshire. I live in Ohio.
Okay, no, what it really is I'm starting to feel like video games in this generation, they tend to take themselves too seriously, and everything comes off as having to have this epic game. Like, every story has to start up with, in a world of 1945, there was a man who shot a dog. Right? So every game kind of has to have this really serious tone to it.
Maybe you just hate World War II or games that are based around World War II.
I really haven't played any games based around World War II, Kyle.
Well, the example you just gave was based around World War II.
Shooting the dogs about World War II?
No, I meant the time period, 1945.
That's just an example, you idiot.
They can shoot dogs in 1999. I think what Josh is trying to say is that people's expectations have really, I think, really come up with this generation of gaming, and the games coming out have pretty much been relatively serious compared to the pick up and play simplicity of our youth.
Well, yeah, I understand that. I mean, games cost, what, millions of dollars to make now?
Mm-hmm.
You can't really make a simple game anymore.
I think those games are still being made, but they're being marketed and sold on Xbox Live and PSN.
But, like, okay, so I've played a lot of Call of Duty 4. I've played a lot of Lost Odyssey. A little bit of Halo. I'll admit, a little bit of Halo. Just a little bit. And so those are pretty big, epic games with a lot of big story to it. Except for Halo. Halo has no story.
Well, when you say epic, I think you mean games that have a lot of production value. Games that are more multimedia oriented. Games maybe that are more in line with movies. I mean, games that are competing for the entertainment dollar, not just the gaming dollar. Is that right?
Kind of, but like they also just these games aren't taking themselves. They're taking themselves too seriously. There is no breakup of the play. Like take a Metal Gear for instance. I was talking to Mick last night.
Oh
right?
God.
Okay, yeah. So you take a Metal Gear for instance, and that game never takes itself seriously, ever. Even with its massive convoluted story, there are still little breakups where you have humorous parts. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so take a Call of Duty 4. There is never a breakup within that whole game of anything except for
I disagree.
What?
I disagree with your disagreement.
The SAS sergeant's mustache.
What the
Hilarious.
fuck are you talking about?
The SAS guy. The British SAS guy. The ridiculous mustache he has. Hilarious.
Hmm.
I'm calling erroneous on your argument.
Spurious, anyway.
Oh.
So, yeah, before the idiot cut me off, that so you had Call of Duty 4 where it's just series after series after series story and nothing really breaks it up. So what I'm kind of missing right now in my gamer's life is a game like your NBA Jam, right? A little silly, you can fucking just toy around in it. I'm missing some of the actual games. So to me, so far there are no more games.
I don't think you can compare Call of Duty 4 to even an NFL Blitz or, NBA Jams. They're just not comparable.
No, they're not. But I'm saying like all we've had so far is these games that are epic and big and just too serious.
I don't think a Ratchet and Clank really takes itself too seriously. In fact, that game's very humorous from what I understand.
Yeah, but I didn't really play that.
Maybe that's your problem, Josh. You're not playing the right games.
Yeah.
So you're naming one game out of all of them that have come out in this generation so far?
You only named one game?
No, I didn't.
It's Call of Duty 4, which is a game about war. Yeah, these are games about war. War is a serious endeavor. You have to
Lost Odyssey?
I don't know what that's about. I haven't played it.
What about Team Fortress 2? That game doesn't take itself seriously.
Hot Shots Golf.
The thing with Team Fortress 2, I think, and this applies to all the other ones too, is that it doesn't take itself serious, but it also is kind of serious.
Calling all cars.
That again applies to what you said with downloadable games.
Well, Hot Shots Golf isn't a game that takes itself too seriously. It's a golf game, but it's not a super serious golf game. It's
Hot
right
Shots
up there
would
with
be good.
NBA Jams.
What about the commercials for Battlefield Bad Company?
Oh, dude, that's an EA game. I wouldn't even play that even if it wasn't epic.
See, you're not playing the right games. The reason why you're making a big stink is because you're striving to play the games with a big epic plot.
But I'm really not.
All right, Josh.
I'm not striving to play these games.
Well, it seems like you are. Because every other game, the games that we've mentioned, you say are crap or you refuse to touch them.
So Counselor Kyle,
yes.
Would you say that I have burned myself out on games?
Well, at least on the big epic games, maybe you should medicate yourself with some XBL games, maybe some PSN, maybe some cutesy little handheld games.
Well, see, I have been
Take
playing
two and
games,
call me in the morning.
And I have been playing a lot of the older NES games and SNES games and Genesis games because those, to me, feel like games. Whereas everything else that I played feels like a movie.
Well, that could be an argument for the games as art thing. Did I already say that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree.
don't remember that. Oh, okay. I was thinking it, though.
For once, I agree with Kyle. I mean, I think what you're really feeling is just a general disappointment with next-gen gaming because the gaming, first of all, is so realistic now. I think that a lot of these companies are trying to make the game super, super, super realistic, and at the same time, they're also making it very serious. If you're talking about first-person shooters, yeah, generally they are going to be serious games because most people who play those type of games are, into a more serious style of gameplay. Squad-based shooter, squad-based strategy, all that stuff is going to be serious. Whereas a game like Katamari or, a Hot Shots Golf is going to necessarily be less serious because it's not super realistic.
I tend to agree with you guys, but then I still come back to there really aren't too many of those games that aren't the super serious on this generation so far.
But that's what the market is going to do right now. I mean, you only have so much money to spend on games as a consumer, and the companies that are making games only have so much money to spend on producing and marketing the game. So they're going to generally make what's going to sell the best, and at this point, your biggest market is, the serious gamer. I mean, less so on the Wii because, those games generally are cheaper and they're sold on a console that's cheaper, and I don't know, it's just I think it's the market as much as anything.
All right. Yeah, I think I see what you guys are saying. I need to kind of kick it a little less serious.
You need to find some balance.
Yeah. I gotta find some games that are kind of,
like Kyle said,
not so serious.
You need to play more games with your friends.
Yeah,
No,
I think
see,
that would
that's what
help you a lot.
I'm
It
burnt
would.
out on playing games with friends.
How could you be burnt out?
First, you have to find some friends that you can play games with. Second, you need
Excuse
to actually
me.
play your games with those friends. Then maybe you can claim that you're burnt out if you actually did those two things.
Hold on. Excuse me. My Xbox Live and my PSN friends list were full until I deleted a bunch of people.
Just because it's called a friends list doesn't mean they're actually your friends.
I'm still on your friends list, right?
What, Kyle?
I said I'm still on your friends list, right?
No.
Oh.
It's because you have a ridiculous gamer tag. That thing's stupid.
OMG, it's a kitty.
It's worse than mine.
Come on, it's
Yeah.
the best gamer tag ever.
So yeah, I mean, if any listeners out there have any non-serious games that you can recommend, I'll check them out. You know, give me something goofy. Give me something that's fun. Just a game. I'm not looking for any more epic adventures.
Then he wants to play it all by himself.
I don't want to play it all by myself.
Maybe you shouldn't pick up The World Ends With You then.
I think you gotta start watching some movies that take themselves too seriously to balance out your overly serious gaming.
I do watch movies that take themselves too seriously.
King of Kong is not a movie that takes itself too seriously.
Yeah, it does. So, yeah, anyways. Alright, well, that kind of settles that, and we'll move on to something a little bit more important, I suppose. E3 is coming up. And, it's a big time for people to make predictions of what they want to see. And 90% of them never happen.
That's not true. Everything I predict that I want to see actually happens. I do find myself wanting to see whatever I wanted to see when I predicted what I wanted to see. That generally does happen.
So everything that everybody except for Keith predicts never comes true.
No, I'm saying I predict what I want to see, and then what I want to see is what I end up wanting to see after I predicted it.
Keith, do you have any predictions for E3?
I predict that we're going to see more of my most anticipated video game, Little Big Planet, and it's going to knock our socks off.
That's it?
That's pretty much, all I'm looking forward to. I mean, I've seen some video game trailer crap on Madden 09, and basically that just pissed me off.
Is it still the same game?
No, they seem to have, fixed the fumble problem, which I think they denied was in 08, and it was very evident in 08. And they may have better textures, and I guess they're trying to tailor the gameplay more toward the type of play style or skill level or whatever of the individual gamer. I don't know. I think maybe they're trying to take it to the next level, but I know they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for it because it's something like the 25th anniversary of Madden, and there's like a $90 edition, and there's like some bonus content that you pay extra for that is going to let you have a coaching mode where you can actually create your own plays. So yeah, maybe they're taking it to the next level, but I'm really not interested. After 08, I was really disappointed with it, and I really would rather not give EA any more of my money in the Madden franchise.
So no football for me and you this year?
No, unless you want to play 08 again. So no, since
then
their servers will be down.
But then you have to turn on your 360.
But then you would have to play with someone, Josh.
I'd play with Keith, just not you.
Oh.
And the servers for 08 won't go down, Keith, because, well, actually, no, it's an EA game. Never mind. EA has their own servers.
Yep.
Fuck EA.
Yep.
Alright, since Keith is Mr. Weak Sauce this episode,
Ooh,
and he has no predictions that are
was
stupid,
my-
No, hold on, let me finish. And he has no predictions that are stupid like everybody else, saying, there's going to be a Microsoft Xbox 360 price cut. Well, no shit, people. So, Kyle, do you have any predictions?
I think that there is probably going to be another mention of a good RPG for the 360 mentioned. Nothing that we haven't heard of. Something new that we haven't heard about.
I actually have to disagree with you.
Oh?
I don't think there's going to be another RPG on the 360.
Well, why do you say that?
In terms of a Japanese RPG or a Western RPG?
I'm going to say both.
I don't think you'll see another Japanese RPG.
At least not for a while.
I fully expect you're going to see another Western RPG.
No, I should add an addendum to that. A Western RPG that doesn't suck.
Yeah, no more Mass Effect.
Oh. Oh, that will not do, Josh.
No more Mass Effect.
Fuck you. Mass Effect was good. So good, in fact, I bought the expansion, and I'm waiting for that game to come to me on GameFly.
Dude, that game was so awesome. I had such a great time falling to the floors.
Whatever. You gotta look past its flaws to see the true beauty.
Shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't wait for the stuttering frame rate to stop so I can look past the beauty.
And then you had to wait for the textures to pop in.
Class A game, buddy. Class A game.
It is a Class A game, whatever.
That's so next gen.
So, any more predictions, Kyle?
Probably more information about the Xbox thingy. What's the dashboard update? Probably information on that, like a release date for that. Yeah, like he said, probably more information about Sony's big hitters that are being dropped this year. Like Little Big Planet, Home.
White Knight Story.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the Japanese name for it. God, that game looks so awesome.
Yeah, it does. I really want that game.
I remember I saw that trailer, they showed it 2 years ago? A year and a half ago?
Yeah, something like a year and a half ago.
God, that was so awesome. Plus, it's a mecha game, and I love mecha games.
You know what Sony game I'm actually strangely looking forward to?
What?
Africa.
You mean
By
Pokemon
Toto?
Snap?
Yeah, it's essentially Pokemon Snap.
Except you don't
yeah.
get some awesome attachments.
I'm just strangely looking forward to it. I don't know why. Maybe because it doesn't take itself too seriously. I get to look at a rhinoceros's ass. I don't care.
That game will probably be incredibly boring.
So are you.
Well,
I
yeah.
think you're looking forward to that game because I can hear birds in your background.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not closing my window.
It's almost like we're on a safari right now.
Yeah.
Caw-caw.
Actually, I think it's
All
more
right.
of a nature hike.
These are my people, alright? I live with nature. I'm a Sasquatch, and these are my people.
Again, you said it this time first, and I didn't. I didn't
You know
even
what,
bring
though?
it up.
You call me Sasquatch, I don't care. You call me Yeti, I'm gonna skull fuck you.
That sounds kind of pleasurable, actually.
So any more predictions, Kyle?
I'm going to say that Nintendo's going to drop something new, because they've pretty much blown their wad for this year.
Do they
So
need to
they're-
drop anything new?
No, I think they're going to begin mentions of something to have the fanboys up in a lather.
Well, you still have Animal Crossing.
I can hear those birds chopping. The birds chirping.
Should you call it fanboy or are they fan parents?
Or are they fanatics?
Yeah, I think just fanatics.
Nintendo fans are like Apple fans.
Hey,
They're fanatical.
hey.
Oh, I'm not saying it in an insulting manner.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that Nintendo fans.
Fanatic
and
has a
Apple fans-
negative connotation to it.
No,
They're both unreasonable.
stalker fanatic is unreasonable. Nintendo fans aren't gonna stalk. Well, no, they do stalk Miyamoto. All right,
Yeah.
you guys are fucking freaks. So yeah, I think that Nintendo still has Animal Crossing.
Well, aside from Animal Crossings.
They still have a Pokemon game they can do on the Wii.
Ugh. Yeah, but that's still gonna get the fanatics into a fervor.
They still have Pikmin.
Really?
Well, they haven't released a Pikmin game on the Wii yet.
Oh god, that's gonna be so awesome if they do.
Oh my gosh.
No, I love Pikmin. Shut up. Shut up, Keith.
Even though it's a retarded game.
No,
But
you
yeah.
shut your stupid whore mouth, Josh. I love Pikmin.
So what were you saying about fanatics?
They're unreasonable.
Right.
Hey, I'm a Nintendo and Apple fan. Lay off.
Never would have guessed.
Their products are just so stylish.
They are.
I'm willing to pay extra money for style, even though it does the exact same thing as Linux does for free.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that Nintendo, and everybody else has said it too, is they need to look at another storage. They need to come up with some way to have storage on the Wii. And
What if they come out with something like cloud storage online? That seems to be a lot of big thing going on right now.
yeah, I wouldn't doubt that that would be something that they would look at, but they would have to have working online.
Oh yeah.
Wah, wah.
And Smash Brothers Online still barely works. Although Mario Kart Wii is pretty good from what I heard online. Just Smash Brothers sucks.
Poor Smash Brothers.
Yep. That was like their biggest game too that they could have done, and they completely fucked it up.
Makes me glad I sold my Wii.
You would sell your
You never
Wii.
liked the Wii to begin with, though.
Not true. People can go back and listen to our old episodes.
Actually, they can't because they're coming off of the RSS feed with each and one that we're adding.
Well, if they could, then they would hear that I was very up on the Wii when I first got it.
We're going to have an RSS feed now?
Kyle, we kind of always have had an RSS feed. How do you think iTunes gets it?
I don't know how any of that stuff works. I imagine you wave a wand and then stuff smokes and poofs. And then people get stuff. Delivered by a stork.
Now for my E3 predictions, or hopes, or wishes. I hope to see more from Little Big Planet like Keith. I think that Little Big Planet's going to be a key game for the end of the year for Sony. They've kind of flubbed this year up. And I know I'll take some shit for saying that, but yes, they did flub this year up. They had a lot of potential, and they kind of sat on it, not doing anything.
Well, hey, wait. I'm going to have to disagree, because a lot of the additions and changes they made to the firmware has really made a big difference.
Really? What key firmware items are you using?
Streaming XVids.
That was... yeah. It doesn't work completely the way it should.
No, but it works very well. It's pretty rare now that I have an AVI file that I cannot play.
Really? I have all of them that I can't play.
Well, that's probably where you're downloading them from. You're downloading all that Japanese porn.
But you're going from Diversity, though, and that's transcoding all of them.
Right.
So, technically, it itself is not playing the AVI. It's playing a different format that you're transcoding it to.
Okay.
I'd have to agree.
So, basically, you fail.
No, I don't fail, because the PS3 has worked so much better with Diversity than I ever had the Xbox 360 working with it.
See, I have to argue again, because I've used it on both, and 360 works better for me.
You're not using Diversity with your 360. You're using
Yeah, I was. For the
media
longest time, I
server.
was.
Well, last thing you told me was that you weren't.
Yeah,
So
now I'm using Windows Media Connect again, but I was using Diversity for the longest time, because I had
Because
to
you're
teach you
a
how to set it
Microsoft
up.
fanboy, I know.
It's true. So yeah, I'm going to say Sony flubbed up this year. I don't care. But I do want to see some more from the 2.4 rumored firmware. Well, not really rumored, but I want to see what it is going to entail. Because you're supposed to get in-game XMB, which is huge for Sony.
And the trophies that you want.
Oh, I can't wait to rent Avatar and beat it on the PS3 again, like I did on 360. Because I totally beat that game.
Yeah, you totally did.
It had a great story. It didn't take itself seriously either. It was great.
You don't even know about Aang.
Totally.
What is an Aang?
An airbender. Trapped in ice for 100 years. Flying bison. Named Appa.
I have one more prediction.
Go ahead.
That all of the main console manufacturers will be trying to sell you more shit on their consoles.
Like as in like
Guitar
Guitar Hero add-ons.
Yeah, add-ons, nickel and diming you on the additional content, downloadable content.
Little cheap plastic things that you can get for a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been crazy this generation too. But yeah. So back onto my list because you guys keep interrupting me.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh. White Knight Story, like Sony, I want a lot more White Knight Story. I'm actually kind of wanting to see some more from Siren. I don't know if either of you saw any of that Obviously, I don't think Kyle has, because he doesn't have a PS3.
No, and I really don't care about the PS3 at the moment.
Oh my God, Kyle. You're not my friend anymore.
Whatever. I was never your friend to begin with. I was just a whipping boy for you.
It's true. That's not true, though, because I bought you a PSP.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, Africa, I want to see more from that. And that about does it for Sony. I'm not going to be one of those people who says this is a critical E3 for Sony, because I honestly really don't think it is.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
Why?
Well, is this the third year since the PS3 came out?
Second.
Okay, so it's basically the third E3 of Sony to be showing their excellent next gen, now current gen gaming stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say by the third year of programming for the system, they really should be having stuff that is just going to knock your socks off. If they
I think they have.
Like what?
Uncharted.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Resistance.
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
You're crazy.
I'm just saying.
You're going to name Ninja Gaiden? Come on.
Yeah.
You're on crack.
I'm not a big fan of Ninja Gaiden, but
You're on
Ninja
crack.
Gaiden Sigma.
You're on crack. You're going to name that as one of the really, really big, great games for this console, for this generation? No fucking way. If that's what you're going to say, then this argument's over. Because, that's a ridiculous thing to say.
Ninja Gaiden, yeah. Even though that was on the Xbox originally, and then it became the PS2, and now it's on the PS3. So I guess you can't really say it's for the PS3. But yeah, Uncharted, dude, you haven't played Uncharted. I think you really owe it.
I've heard a lot of good things about Uncharted, but I don't think it's the game that's going to set the PS3 apart from the 360. I mean, seriously, if Sony doesn't do something, they don't have some exclusive game that's going to set it apart from the 360, that's just going to keep going neck and neck with the 360. And right now, I don't think at the prices that these consoles are selling at, and yeah, they're going to come down, I just don't think the market is going to support two current-gen consoles at the current prices. We're in recession. I mean, we're going into recession. People are not going to continue buying their kids consoles and games unless there's something that is so great that they have to have it.
I'm going to keep buying games.
Yeah, because you're gainfully employed, but I'm talking about the kids. You got to do it for the kids, Josh. Think about the kids.
Why would I think about
You want them to fucking grow up playing the Wii?
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
Because then they will grow up and help Apple because they have a stylish product.
And they'll have good motor skills and bad self-esteem because it keeps calling them fat.
Because they are fat.
Yeah, and so for Microsoft, my predictions would be, really, I got nothing for Microsoft because I don't give a shit about anything that they're coming out with. I don't give a shit about the dashboard update. The only thing that they could do with the dashboard that would make me happy is license Sony's XMB. That's it.
Never gonna happen.
Because the dashboard is fucking horrible.
I kind of like the blades.
It's a great advertising platform. What are you talking about?
That's true, yeah. The Wii...
Oh,
I wanna
shit.
see some...
Sonic. I forgot about that.
What about Sonic?
The Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, the Wii, just more WiiWare titles. I want to see more from WiiWare. It's supposed to be this big platform. I want to see what they're going to do with it. Because so far, there are a couple games out there that's piqued my interest. But I haven't bought any yet. And that about wraps it up for me. Kyle, do you have any shoutouts?
Just the usual.
And Keith, do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, big shout out to Nancy, who we talked to before the podcast. What up, Nancy? And my nephew Nick, and my friend Gary. And
nobody for me.
What?
You're a lonely person, Josh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll give a shout out to Simon D.I. of Cyberpunks Gaming, because he gave me a shout out. And give a shout out to Kyle.
Yay!
And I'll give a shout out to Keith for rejoining us.
You're welcome.
And I'll give a shout out to Keith's TV.
Yes.
And I'll give a shout out to Nick for getting married. Congratulations, my
God
friend.
damn it! You keep
Congrats,
showing
Nick.
me up, Josh.
And I'll give a shout out to the Ford bumper that ran my friend Dave over.
Again?
No, but it's just one of them. One of the many.
I saw him at the wedding. It was very awkward because I couldn't tell right away if it was him or not, and it would have been awkward if I confused him with a 8-foot tall 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, he's got a baby face.
Yeah, he's also incredibly tall.
So please leave us some iTunes reviews. Kyle would really appreciate it.
Yes, I would.
And Keith wouldn't care
No, not really.
because he doesn't like iTunes.
Nope.
Because he hates Apple.
Heretic.
Yep.
And
Even.
that's about it. If you would like to submit an answer for the video game music montage, head over to the forums at critical-strike.org. Register and private message me, Josh, with your answers. And during E3, Platform Nation's going to have a couple people over there. Dez, Edie, and Steve. Check out the website there for news while it's going on. And that about wraps it up for Critical Strike, episode 25. So goodbye, people.
That was kind of anticlimactic.
So is your face.
So's your mom.
That's not nice, Kyle.
Whatever.
My mom listens to the podcast.
Does she?
No. Alright, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, fuck.